wanted to take a moment to talk about how do you build these diagrams. There's a lot of different ones you're going to do, whatever you're going to do. You do not need some fancy tool. You do not need to go off and buy a UML tool. You do not need to go off and learn a UML tool if you don't want to. If you really like this stuff, you want to know how to use a tool, there's certainly some great free ones online. There's other ways to make it done. If you have a copy of Visio, there's a bunch of these templates built in, but there's no reason you have to do all that. I am right now showing you PowerPoint. I'm actually, you know what, actually, here, let me show you more PowerPoint. I'm just showing you the slide. So I'm going to shrink this down so it fits inside of here. We can fit all of this going on. What I want to do here is show you how I can take this and draw whatever you want to. So I'm going to go into here, up to home, layout, and just go for a blank slide. And then I can go insert, shapes, and I can pick a box here and start drawing a box. And then very easily formatting it, I can just make it an empty box here. And if I want to, I can change the style to be a black empty box. Right there's a class diagram getting started. So a couple different ways I can do this. I can do multiple boxes or I can do lines inside of it. I like to do multiple boxes, copy and paste. And then I take this box, overlay the top box, and I shrink this down right here. Boom, all of a sudden I have the start of a class diagram. I copy and paste this again, put it over the middle here. Boom, I have another one here. So up here, this box, I can say class name. And then this box down here, I can start to put in attributes. Attribute one, oops, one. I have to go back and fix this by hand. Oops, it did it again. There you go. I get Control Z there to undo that. Attribute 2. Oops, sorry, attribute 2. There you go. And then if I want to, I can actually go through and select these and go to home and make these left justified so it starts to look like it. So again, I'm starting to put a class diagram together there. Now I can actually go through, take this, right click, and say group it, and then it becomes one big piece I can move around as a whole. I can still edit it. I can make this bigger like this, and it stretches it out. If I need to do some formatting, then I can come back inside this piece. I can make this one smaller and make this one bigger and give me more space inside of here. If I want to, I can actually go in here, and this is all Microsoft Word stuff here right there, but I can say format shape, and I can go to the text box down here, and I can say the alignment is top inside of this. So I went to format shape top, and then I can make it like this. And then down here, I can come in, and this is the external box, and I can say private method down here. Whatever I want to here, and I can do the same sort of stuff. I can make that so it's left justified and fix that. So again, this is building a class diagram. Now that I have this one, I can copy and paste it, and I have another one, and I can draw lines between it. So insert, I go down to a shape. I can pick a line between the two and say there's an association between these two classes. You can say even it connects them. So if I move one, it keeps that connection inside. Again, I can format this if I want it to be a different color, if I want it to be all black. There's my class diagram. It's very simple. I mean, it's not terribly difficult to throw that together, even in a tool like this. An alternative, let's say you are, let me go to insert a new slide here. You want to do structured design instead. Easy, that's even easier. I can come down here and grab a circle here. There's my process. Again, I can go to format and move that to be just a black circle inside of here. And now I can say process 1. And I can copy and paste this. Process 2. And I can come inside, say insert shapes, put an arrow between that. Now there's many points I can join these guys, process 1 to process 2. And if I want to, I can format this arrow nice, black, and big. And now I have a DFD in the mix. If I want to put data on that, I can just say insert text box and just say the parameters inside of here is params. And then move that however I want to between there. So again, class diagram. DFD I can throw inside of here. Sequence diagram, same sort of thing. I can insert a shape, throw a box up there. Again, go format, change that to be a white and black box, and this is object 1. All right, oops, 1. And I would make this lowercase o just to make sure it's good. I can go insert a line on this guy, another shape, throw a line inside of here, and have this tail stick down. again, format this, make it a big black line. And then I can right click on this and say format shape. And so the line style, I can make it to be a dashed line, just like that. And then I can go through, select the two of these. I'm going to right click this. I'm going to say group on this. And then all of a sudden, look at this. I have a class with a lifeline on it. All right. Then again, I can go insert shape, and I can go and get my arrows inside of here. Oops. Insert shape, get my arrows, and then put lines between them. Deal with the format again, coming back, make it a big black line. And then if I want to be really picky inside of here and go format shape, it's going to be the arrow types, the end type. I can make sure it's the right type of arrow, whichever type I want. I want it to be the open arrow like that. Change the different size of it. It's a little bit tough to see, so I can make this arrow size really big, so it's really clear to see what's going on. Again, I can throw a text box. A text box next to that, and this is method 1, lowercase m. So all the stuff you're being asked to draw, can be done right here in PowerPoint. You don't need any fancy tooling. You don't need anything beyond what's going on in this class. Take these pictures, and then my advice is to grab the whole slide and then copy this whole slide. And then when you go up and you start up your Word document, which mine started too big here, let me shrink this down to fit inside. I can paste that whole thing into the Word document. It becomes a whole picture inside of there. So you do need to bring these diagrams over to Word. However you build them, they need to be copied and pasted into Word. And then you also need to add text. So this is by itself is not really good enough. This needs to say, so it'd be, if you want to be super fancy, you can insert a caption associated with this. Wrong type of caption. So figure 1 inside of here. And so this is sequence diagram. And so as in figure 1, this shows the flow for the blah use case where the object 1 is being used as a X and object. And so you can see what we're saying here. We're putting some description of what is going on with our application. Diagrams do not complete everything. They speak a lot. They tell us a lot of information. They don't tell us absolutely everything that's going on. So we still need to include extra information in text to give us context and let us know as the reader what we should be interpreting from this. Let us know what we should be meaning. Picture's worth 1,000 words, but I might have 800 of them wrong because it's not what you're expecting to see. And you need to pull out the 200 that I really want to see. All right, so there's a little bit of how to get it done. Hopefully you're in good shape, ready to get it done. If you have further questions, email is always an option. Get them out there and give it a shot.